Anyways, go ahead. Continue.
Let's try to remember what... Well, I guess we did a lot of online research before we actually went anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think we found she kind of had, like, I guess some kind of online stream, sort of like an OnlyFans, but like...
Exactly like an OnlyFans.
It's not really. Oh.
Exactly like an OnlyFans. It's like a copy.
Okay.
It's like a copyright-free OnlyFans in a sense. Like, they're not using the name in the book because they have to be, you know.
Right. But anyway, so she had kind of a strange video entry where it appeared that someone in the comments... Well, what word did they use?
They said ring ring.
Right, they said ring ring at the same time her phone started ringing, and it obviously looked like she was disturbed by this.
Yeah,
to the point where she
she
cut off the stream early, and there was some very weird, like, insects, like, well, centipedes and bugs and stuff all crawling all over her, and
Yep, and you also
appearing
noticed...
to crawl in the background.
Yep, you also noticed that, specifically, after she picked up the phone, after a couple seconds, she switched to, using her right hand. And you know that
she's normally left-handed.
Yeah, she was literally speaking in the video about, kind of the issue of, like, the issue she has with, like, being left-handed, of, like, you know, certain things almost always being kind of designed to cater to specifically, like, you know, right-handed people, and how much more difficult that made things. Also, her face lost all expression. There were kind of flies flying over the area that kind of filled the camera view. And then some interference started coming in, and then a centipede crawled over the camera, or crawled up Stella's arm towards the phone. But, yeah.
And this was not too long before the reported killing took place.
Yeah, this was...
It's the same night.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Same
this
day.
was... It ended about an hour, before,
So clearly there may be a connection there, which we established further later, but,
yeah.
Someone else want to take over from when we got to the... But, I guess before that, we decided between either going to a reporter who was investigating some other similar style killings that didn't make sense, or if we were going to go to Nightingale's, and after a heated discussion, we decided to go to Nightingale's.
Yep. And what did you find there?
We arranged to meet the reporter the next morning.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember what you found at Nightingale's?
Let's see. So we went to Nightingale's, and the owner of the club was there, who we found out was the other witness. The first witness being the head of security. Yeah, her name is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, that's right.
And then there was the head of security, whose name I forget now.
Rick Holbrook.
Rick Holbrook.
Holbrook.
So they were the only ones that saw our client that night, Stella. And they said they didn't really notice anything, but a couple of us went back to the room where the murder had happened, and everything was kind of destroyed.
And, what's your character's name, Chris? You had a...
Wayne.
Wade had a
Wayne.
kind of strange encounter with a mirror there.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Do you remember what you found after that?
Well, we found
Found her.
a one-way mirror with a hidden camera.
Yep. But unfortunately, it was not recording on the day of the. On the day of
The day of the incident.
Yeah.
Right, and we found out it wasn't necessarily a secret camera, but one used for people who wanted to take home a video memory of their souvenir of their encounters.
Yeah.
Video memory is better way of saying it. I like that.
Yeah.
To scar their children with later when they accidentally find it.
This was Transformers!
It's
like when you go to the amusement park and they ask you if you want a picture of the ride.
Wait.
More like pork night.
That's good.
I'm sad. Oh, shit.
That is so good. Okay, and then there was one last little thing that you got before we called it a night.
The uncensored autopsy report?
That was actually pretty early on, but
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But
We also went to the phone booth
yes, there you go.
where the
phone
anonymous
booth.
call was made from.
Yeah.
Is that where we found the drawing of the mark?
Yeah, you found it on. You found it
No,
on
it's
like
on
the.
John's body.
No, yeah, you found it.
Autopsy report.
Yeah, you found it. I believe. Let me double check.
I think we did find it,
Yeah.
like drawn on the phone booth in blood or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yeah. You also found a fingernail, like the whole nail,
fingernail.
bloody
I forgot
fingernail.
about that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, and you also know that. You also know that that this phone booth specifically, like the address correlates is the address that's noted in the police report.
That's
where
right.
that like was Stella's phone was like in the last received call.
Yep.
And you decided now to return either home or wherever to basically, get a good night's sleep, and you would meet Bruno Wachowsky in the morning. Is that still the plan?
I think so.
Okay. So
Yep.
once you guys are like, I'm guessing you guys are kind of chilling, kind of trying to, like, you would call this kind of a calm moment.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, we can do our investigator development phase now. So, for all of the skills that you've checked off, make an improvement roll.
Let's go. Okay. So you roll
Which is
that
the
skill,
17-10.
and then if you fail, you roll something?
Yeah, if you,
How
you
does
roll
that
the
work?
you roll the skill, and if you fail that, then you add 1d10 to that skill.
Okay.
So, Shannon, you roll me 1d10, and if you get a 5 or higher, you will also gain 2d6 sanity. Because increasing a skill
Shit.
from... Aw, man. Do you want to spend some luck to fail that? Or to, I'll let you spend... I'll
To
split,
add to it?
yeah, I'll let you spend some luck to add to it.
So if with the sanity roll, it'll add to my max sanity, correct?
It will add to your, it would add to your... I think it would add to your...
I'm full.
Yeah, it would add to your max and then your current as well.
Right.
In this
I
particular
figured
case,
that
because...
too. Okay, shoot. Yeah, I'll spend 2 luck.
Okay, yeah, so now put your skill to 90, And then you and then roll 2d6, and that will be your, and add that to your max sanity.
90.
Goddamn computer use 90. Huh?
86.
Yeah, basically any sort of hacking
The
is gonna
complete
be
opposite of Wayne.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so
89 sanity.
89 sanity.
Yep.
I'm gonna
and
have
then
to
I got
work
one more
extra.
skill after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
work
you're gonna
extra.
have to work hard.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do one of those one. Okay, you add roll 1d10 and add it to your spot hidden. Okay,
She's seen
so you
some
have
messed up
49.
videos on the internet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
You just assume it. You just cast everything as like, oh, it's AI. Okay, Camille, roll 1d10, add it to your spot hidden. Okay, you have 69. Nice. From now on,
Nice.
you don't make any improvement rolls for that skill ever to keep it at 69.
Nope.
I'm kidding.
That's the only one I have marked off. I don't know if I rolled anything else last time.
Okay. Anybody else got any other skills?
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll.
cool.
Roll your.
Nope.
Oh man.
Nope.
Oof.
No.
Jeez.
But you
there
do-
we go. There we go. There we go.
Wayne, look at that.
Yeah.
Alright, get
problem
another
is-
9.
Oh, if we have
Eight.
2 players with 69. Oh, you got.
Oh no!
Oh.
I mean, that's awesome, but also, dang it!
Yeah. Dang it. I'll let you decrease it by 1 to make it 69.
You know what?
This
Wait,
motherfucker.
did I roll my luck? Oh no, I failed my luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you failed your luck, so you gained a bunch of luck.
Or no, I didn't gain any.
Oh,
luck.
you extreme.
Oh,
you
yeah, you
extreme
extreme
success.
succeeded
Extreme
your luck.
success. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that extreme success to make it 69.
Okay. And
There you
1
go.
percentile rarely makes a difference, and even if it does, unless
Nah.
you can always use luck.
If
Okay.
it does, I am fine with funny number.
Yeah. And also you can
I am
spend 1
fine with
luck.
fun and number.
That's
So-
all mine.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
so roll a d10 and add it to persuade, and a d10 and add it to spot hidden. Okay, so you're at 23 persuade and 37 spot hidden.
How do we deal with the sanity rolls again? Was that if we got above 5 on the D10?
You guys aren't gaining any sanity. It was only if you've increased a skill from below 90
5
to
or
above
more.
90.
Or, yeah,
Ah,
that's
okay,
what-
below
so-
90 to above 90. That
Yeah,
makes
mastering
sense.
a skill, basically gives you
Okay.
because it's like
Extra
the
luck.
discipline and
Extra
the
sanity.
discipline and kind of pride and like, because like at 90 in a skill, for context, let me pull it up on. Let's see.
I can hack a Gibson, basically.
Yeah, 90+%.
If you get
master.
reference,
It
we can
means-
be friends.
Oh hell yeah, master among the world's best in the skill, meaning like. If there was like a global emergency that required someone who was really good with computers, you would be among the top 10 that they would call.
I'm elite.
Yeah. Like you could it would still be like you'd require a hard success, but still you'd have a 45%
Yeah, of
chance.
course.
Like for you this means you have almost a 1 in 5 chance of getting an extreme success with computer use.
Yeah. You can fix all of Wayne's fuck ups on the computer.
Yeah, and
How do I work my app on my phone?
you can basically
No. Wayne knows he's bad with computers. He has a jitterbug. He knows. Like, he is actively aware that he is terrible with computers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
He legitimately understands that he knows nothing and that he just makes things worse.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
and also
I
keep in
love that.
mind that for like certain things, if I ask for a roll and you think like one of your other skills might be applicable, so like for example, if I was asking for electronics, you could be like, and I give you the context, and you're like, hey, could I use computer use? I might be like, sure, but I'll need a hard success or something like that. This is it's kind of a way to allow players to be inventive and also not to like have an adventure where like, you know, one key roll is like a skill that nobody actually happens to have, and so that sort of thing. But anyway,
I actually kind of thought about that when I was building Shannon with her stats, and electronics and electrical repair. They're not like super great, but I didn't make them horrible. They're both at 55. So like,
oh yeah,
I kind of thought about that stuff. Like, not only would she be a hacker, but like if her computer broke or like something electrical broke, she'd be able to kind of like at least
yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah, have a chance, a good chance.
troubleshoot it or something, you know.
Yeah, because like 50 to 74 is like professional. Is kind of
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
like you would basically be able to eke out a living via that skill.
yep. If I needed to work at a phone repair shop, I'd be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Although now, like, since like phones have become to the point where they're basically mini computers, you would be like, if a billionaire broke their phone, you would be among the top 10 they would call.
Yeah.
And you could also give them a fucking
Hey, it's me, Elon Musk, and I broke my phone. Can you fix it for me?
yeah, and you could also rig it with an explosive because you're that good. Like I'm gonna allow some potential shenanigans with this if you're creative. Not because it will not because it's it'll like it won't break the game or anything. It very well might, but the potential for hilarity is too damn high.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the idea that I gave you guys of like I would totally allow you guys to bring one attribute or like combination of attributes like size, for example, above 100 so that you could get a 2d6 starting damage bonus because you would just have to take points away from like other attributes because just the sheer hilarity of that would be worth it.
Yeah.
But anyways, where do you guys go to sleep? Like, are you all gonna be like kind of bunking together, or are you guys all just kind of going to your own places?
Assume we went back to our own places.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the car ride home, Shannon would be even like, I'd say you all can stay over, but one, I don't know you, and two, my apartment is really small.
Use computer use to make your apartment bigger.
I wish.
I mean,
My virtual reality space, now, however, is huge. So,
I mean, technically, I could allow you to make like a computer use roll to like hack into like bank accounts and transfer the money to your savings or your checking.
nah. I mean, she maybe,
With
but
the level of
Shannon,
skill you have, I would allow it.
Shannon keeps a low profile. She doesn't like to bring a lot of attention to her, even though she is very, very skilled at what she does and does a lot of stuff that is questionable. She wants to keep a low profile, so she lives in a very small, modest apartment, like one bedroom. Like it might not even be a one bedroom; it might even be like a freaking what are those
Studio.
What are those ones? Studio. Thank you. It might even be a studio apartment. It's super small.
Yeah. So, anyways, so you guys all go to your various places for the night. Let's see. I'm gonna have everybody roll me power. Ooh, fumble. That's gonna be
Wayne,
fun.
you are doing amazing tonight.
Okay. So, Camille, you have a good night's sleep. Like, you're just kind of like, oh man, it was a long day. And you actually do the cartoon honk shoe noise.
Oh my god! Hell yeah.
I put on some My Chemical Romance and just talk right out.
Yeah.
When I was a young boy, my father.
Okay, so first we're gonna do Wayne with that fumble. You
Or
wake up.
Wayne.
So, is your character right-handed or left-handed?
Wayne is right-handed.
You wake up and you grab the side of the bed with your left hand, and you realize you're a bit thirsty. So you go to the fridge, and there's what kind of stuff does Wayne have in his fridge?
Wayne has a bag of milk, a couple of 40s.
Are we in Canada?
Specifically, Wayne does not trust American milk. It's a weird thing. He's got a
Fair
whole thing
enough.
about it.
That's cool. I
I
He
love
imports
that.
it.
Okay.
Actually, no. He doesn't import it. He gets it from the local school district.
It's the mass bag of milk that they serve to the children every fucking day at lunch.
Well, if you
Yeah.
assume that they serve anything to children in Oklahoma schools. It's funny
yes.
because it's true. I'm allowed
I mean,
to say
don't they
that. I'm
just serve
saying-
sadness?
Yep. Sadness and Jesus.
Yep. That's all you need.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. But the
I'm allowed to
bag
make
of
fun
milk,
of
a
Oklahoma
couple
'cause
of
I'm like
40s.
Okay, so you grab something to drink, again, using your left hand. And as you're drinking, you hear something in your ear, like near your ears, just like... And then you choke. Like, something went down the wrong pipe. Like, it was almost like there was something chunky in there. You managed to spit it up. And, is Wayne afraid of spiders?
No, Wayne is not afraid of spiders.
Scorpions or centipedes?
I'm gonna say that Wayne is actually okay with bugs.
Okay, well, then, I'll say that, like, a giant curled up worm. Like, just an earthworm. Like, you cough it up.
Oh yeah, that
It's-
would freak Wayne out.
And it slaps onto the fridge. And, then you, sit up from your bed. Again. Thank God it was just a dream. And in your kind
Looks
of...
down on floor, see a worm wiggling.
Oh, the worm... Because the worm was all the way in the kitchen, if it's there. You wake up, and in your kind of daisy state, you write down, like, holy crap, that was a weird dream, blah, blah, blah. And then you wake up again. It's morning. And we'll get back to, you after we get to the others. Shannon, what do you think your
Yes.
character's dreams are typically like?
Her dreams are probably... her dreams probably start with Matrix code, and then it dissolves into her, like, flying through the circuits of electronics.
Okay, so you're having kind of one of your normal dreams, and you're flying through the circuits, but after a couple minutes, you find, like, a piece of wire, and, is your character right or left-handed?
She's right-handed.
You pick it up with your left hand. And you notice, on your... I'm gonna say... Maybe you're not wearing, like, long pants, so you see, like... What looks like a mark on your left thigh. It's like this... It's like this kind of, like, little square with, like, an arch on top of it with 3 little squiggly lines going down. It looks like a birthmark.
It's jellyfish.
Yeah, and then you hear in your, in your dream, because it's a big, stupid jellyfish. And then the Matrix
I was
code comes
about to
back
say.
up, and instead of number zeros and ones, it's like centipedes kind of falling down. And then you wake up. Lastly, Miles. Are you right or left-handed? Like, your character?
I'm gonna say he's a right-hander.
Okay. So, you get startled by what sounds like someone trying to break into your home in the middle of the night. You can hear them trying to get in through the back door. You get up, and you immediately reach for your Mossberg 500. You reach for it with your left hand. As you pick it up, and you rack it, you look out the back door, and all you see is, you don't see anything. Whoever was trying their luck clearly kind of heard you kind of, pumping the shotgun and scrammed.
That's enough for most people.
Yeah. And, so you kind of return to your bed. And that's when you notice a little tickling on your foot. You look down, and a little scorpion is crawling up your leg. And then you wake up. Now we're gonna go back to Wayne. You've just woken up kind of twice. The first thing you notice is that on the bedside table next to you is your little notepad. Like you remember writing down on in your dream.
All right. I'm gonna open up the notepad. See
I was
what's in
hoping you're
it.
going to say I pick it up and I put it in my pocket and I never look at it ever again.
So.
Oh no, something is bugging Wayne. He swears.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just
He
kidding.
has something that he needs to remember.
You look at it, and the last entry is backwards. It's written backwards. Like, it's written right to left.
Huh.
Like it was written in a mirror. Or rather, like you were holding it up to a mirror.
Weird.
Yeah.
Satan, is that you?
Yeah, roll me sanity.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Okay, roll me, I'm gonna make this mild. Roll me 1d2.
Doesn't come down.
Also, you guys can reset your, threshold for indefinite insanity since you've had a rest. Okay, so you're down to 39. And then, Robo and Cheese, you guys can also roll me sanity.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Damn.
Roll me 1d2. Shannon. And Miles.
1d2. Did that work? Is it slash
Yeah.
roll?
Yeah, so,
Oh, it just took a
you're
minute,
down to
sorry.
87.
Okay.
We'll do odd or even on a d6.
That works.
Or, I guess you can say above 3 or...
Yeah. Okay, so you lose 1 sanity. You're at 59. Okay. Note that was not scripted. That was just something for fun that I came up with on the fly. Go me.
Like that. Hell yeah, go you.
Wayne is Wayne's gonna be a mess here soon.
So, what do y'all do?
Camille wakes up and stretches and breathes deep and
Yeah, it's still very stormy. Like, you know, stormy and rainy and kind of blech, but like you feel nice and recharged. Like
Shannon, as soon as she wakes up, messages the group chat, and she says, bugs on the brain? Question mark. And it's like early in the morning too. Like she basically doesn't sleep. She goes to bed at like 4 and wakes up at like 6:30, and that's when she texts me.
she sends a you up,
Camille,
winky face.
Yeah, a you up, but the you up is bugs on the brain.
Camille just texts back the bunny.
You're just gonna hear Shannon's phone ringing.
I answer it.
Yes, Shannon, I'm up. No, I could not figure out how to reply to your text.
Okay, Wayne, that's fine.
All right, I'll be ready in a few minutes.
Yeah,
Give
can you
me,
come
like,
pick me up?
10. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Thank you. I'll call everybody else and let them know we're coming.
All right. Thank you.
I don't call them. I text them and say, be ready in 30 minutes.
Whatever. I'm making my coffee.
I'm already
Does Camille say that out? Does Camille say that out loud, or does she text that?
Just says it out loud. No, actually, no. She does text that.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Oh man,
You just Wayne.
someone's
Send
gonna-
it in a voice message on the chat just to be annoying.
Yes.
It's like we all have to listen to it.
Oh yeah.
No, she FaceTime.
Wayne's not gonna get it at all.
Yeah.
But
Wayne accidentally
Wayne's just gonna roll
FaceTimes.
up.
Like he accidentally clicks the button.
Well,
It's
he's
like
on
the
the-
grandparents. Like, how do I press the hang up?
It's not. He's not even aware that it's happened. It's
Yeah.
in his back pocket.
While he's on the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. You just see, as he comes to pick all of you up, he just has this giant jug of coffee, like the Dunkin' Donuts, like
Yes.
box of coffee,
Yes.
with
Hell yeah.
the other box of Munchkins.
Yes.
Whoops! I forgot to turn that up to max volume.
Yeah. When I get into the car, I
And
have
he's
like
just,
a
Camille.
therm-
Oh, I see you got your own.
I have a thermos that I fill with your box, and I start eating the Munchkins.
Yeah. Well, I drink a lot of it, so maybe I'll have some
I
yours
like-
later.
Don't talk
Well,
to
I
me before
turned
I've
back.
had my coffee.
Well,
I turn back around towards Camille in the back seat of the car, and I go, Munchkins. And I'm handing her I'm holding the box of donuts to her.
I don't know why
take
that
one.
got to me. I don't know why that got to
A
me.
single
as much as it
donut hole.
did. I wish I knew why that got to me as much as it did, but I had to turn away from the microphone because I was cackling too loud. Okay.
You just got her face full of there's glaze on her cheeks and shit. She's eating them. She's inhaling Munchkins. Someone's gonna have to take the box away from her.
She's gonna have a sugar rush.
That is literally all Shannon runs on is caffeine and sugar.
Imagining all this going on, and Wayne is just wait, is my character's name? Oh my god,
Miles.
Kaminsky. That's the easiest way
Yeah.
Kaminsky.
for me to remember. I like to imagine I'm sitting in the middle and all this is going on around me, and I'm just sitting there quietly, like sipping on a styrofoam cup of tea.
Mhm.
It's like waiting for everyone to get settled in the car.
I like that.
You waiting so nice to meet me?
Oh my god.
Fuck.
What the hell
You're
do you just...
Girl, slow down. You're gonna choke.
I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry in the mornings. I don't eat a lot during the daytime. It's because usually I'm just locked in my dungeon. That's what I call my my apartment. The dungeon.
Okay.
I'll shut up now.
You guys are depressing.
I want a dungeon of my own, but not a computer one.
Damn.
That is a little. It's like 7 a.m. That's. Whoa, lady! Oh my god! I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, now that you've been to
50 Shades of
Nine
Camille.
Hills.
And I lean back into the back seat and I go, "That's kind of hot, actually."
Enemies to lovers arc. Okay. So, are you all heading to meet Bruno?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna move you guys to here.
On the way, I'm gonna explain that I'd been doing some research on the Corabantes. And
Oh yeah, I just want to say when you picked me up, into the trunk of my car and got out a duffel bag and put it in the trunk of Wayne's car.
Remember, Wayne's car is a big 1980s station wagon.
hell yeah,
It's the back, not the trunk.
Okay, the back.
whatever. But yeah, I tell the group that what I could find, I couldn't really find anything on John Michael Owens' band Korabant, but what I did find was some like Greek stuff about these armed dancers that worshipped a goddess named Cybele.
Yep.
Cybele. And I don't really know too much about her. It's a mother goddess or something. I don't know. Really, I could do some more research into. I could do some more research into her and see if that's really even relevant. But I don't know. I just figured maybe I'll let you guys know. They they were armed with swords, I guess, and just full regalia. It looks like knives, armor. They were naked. They wore a hat and a shield and swords.
Well, that sounds mighty pointy.
Yeah, lots of floppy, pointy things. But yeah, figured let you know. I did find a weird picture to go that went with it, though. It's a depiction of them. There's 3 of them, and they're dancing over a baby, and I don't know what that something winged. I can't really tell in that small picture though. So yeah, I don't know. Just maybe,
Stuff
I'll
to
let you
think
know.
about.
Oh, it's the infant Zeus. The infant Zeus is who they are dancing around. But yeah, something to think about. Something I'll do some more research on too in the coming days if anything else comes up.
Zeus is like the main god, right?
Yep.
So are they trying to like bring up their own infant god?
Maybe. Like I said, I don't know. I just looked into the surface stuff of the Corabantes. I will definitely look more deeper and see what else I can find.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before you? Because he told you to that you guys would meet, or he told you the meeting location for the meeting is would be to meet him at Bernie City Shopping Center.
Yes. Bernie City.
Yep, totally license-free Tulsa.
Is that actually a picture of Tulsa?
Pretty sure.
That's cool.
If it isn't, it's somewhere else in Oklahoma. But Tulsa is, I think, second just to Oklahoma City in terms of population, and it's definitely since it's in northeastern Oklahoma, it's just a bit southwest of Roger County. But, anyways, you guys enter the shopping center.
Yep.
And it's packed with people.
Like a lot of people.
A surprising number, or not surprising, but a good number of people. This is clearly a place where a lot of people, go to shop and stuff like that.
I
but not
surprisingly,
paranormally.
maybe. I surprisingly to maybe Camille, I grabbed Camille's arm and move closer to her, and I'm just constantly looking around at all the people.
Okay, so he told you the name of a little cafe in the shopping center, and you guys head there, and you see someone reading a newspaper, the Bangor Gazette.
Is he pretty obvious?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are able to single him out pretty easily, because, nobody else is reading from a newspaper that is, based entirely in Bangor, Maine.
Since Shannon's, looking around all over the place, I'm just gonna, look at our guy and say, I think that's him.
That's fine. I just don't like all these people. Let's talk to this guy. I want to get out of here.
Yeah. You guys sit. Do you guys sit down at the table with him?
Yep.
Okay.
I follow the
Let's
group.
say
I'm not.
I
the one.
lead the group over
Okay.
Okay.
and just sit. You said it's at a table.
Yeah, a little. A little table. There's enough seats for all of you. It seems like he probably chose the Bangor Gazette, to make himself obvious without being
Being
oh
obvious.
yeah, I'm wearing a fucking X t-shirt, saying something like that over the phone. He definitely seems like someone who is paranoid of being followed, or something like that.
Just gotta sit down and say, interesting choice of reading material you got there.
Oh, I actually, I mean, it's a long story, but always had a soft spot for the Bangor Gazette. We all have our little quirks and everything. And remind me, which one of you guys was the one who made the call?
I guess it was me, actually, so yeah.
Okay, so would you have said
gonna say
anything
it's-
about what you look like, in a sense of to the point where he would be able to recognize that you're the person he was, you're the person who he was reaching out to?
Gonna be dealing with. Yeah.
Or yeah.
I was just gonna introduce myself and see if it rings a bell to him.
Oh, okay. So go ahead.
I was gonna say, It's me, Kaminsky. Miles Kaminsky. I was on the phone with you yesterday.
Ah, okay, yeah. You never know who's out there, so I'm always a little cautious. But nice to meet you.
Yeah,
He
especially,
kinda,
the way heads are, rolling these days.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't get me started. Well, I mean, get me started. I've got a lot of. There's a lot on this that you guys might not know, but you know, I can't give all of it away at once because, I mean, like we don't really know each other. You don't know whether you can trust me. I don't know if I can trust you, but I'll give you kind of a little bit of stuff, and maybe we can have another meeting or two, just so we made sure we get a measure of each other, so to speak. But you know, you never know who's listening, so he kind of gets in close. You guys, just in the periphery, you guys notice next to you guys on another table, there's two men talking in a language you guys aren't familiar with. You'd guess probably something of from some Eastern European country.
Ah, Nico, cousin.
Yeah, they go.
Would you like to go bowling?
Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea what those
But
people are
in
saying.
but in like the most Eastern European accent to the point where you guys can't. They're like so sad, or like Simlish, but yeah, they kind of frequently glance over you guys as you're having your conversation, and so Bruno basically he gives you kind of some of the information. He tells you about the connections to the other two cases. He tells you also about kind of what got him into all this, the death of his friend Amber Kelman, and in particular that he believes that her death was part of a cult that he thinks is connected to this case, as well as the two other very similar crimes. Specifically, he says, actually, it was, I actually managed to interview some people who had followed in my friend Amber's footsteps to try and figure out what happened. And, well, their story, while I don't know if I believe all of it, was quite harrowing. There were some coincidences that were a little too odd. First off, her brother and one of the locals and another of their crew, they ended up in Canada for several years where they took serious psychiatric evaluation and treatment before returning. And when they did, I couldn't get a hold of Eric, the other one, but what was his name? I'm going into the archived characters. It was I had it earlier.
Oh my god, I just heard a little kid in the audio go, "Mom!"
Yeah. Where's my Fortnite?
I think you actually.
Oh, Ray. Sorry, Ray Kelman.
Yeah.
So, he was actually telling me about this weird... He said, you can... Cheese, why don't you tell me exactly how he said it? Or you tell how Bruno would have... What he would have heard from Ray. And he's... Imagine this is coming from, specifically Bruno, for the rest of you.
Right.
Do you mind if I just paste it as a transcript?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. And I'll,
Or maybe someone else can,
I'll read it.
read it out loud. It's in our Discord messages.
oh, yeah.
I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, and I can just...
And you can read it.
Yeah, and this is just,
It's not super long.
All right, let me see here. All right. It goes like this. I've seen some things and been part of things. If I told you, you wouldn't believe me anyway. There's that whole fucking town. It's run by a big cult. The mayor, the cops, those assholes at the garage. They're running some kind of sick cult about rebirth. Almathea or something like that. They're doing some kind of freaky science or blood ritual. I don't know. But fuck. They took my sister. They made a monster. She couldn't bear the burden, killed herself. The truth is out there in Maine, but I won't go back there. No chance in hell. You go out there and whatever happens is on you. I hope those bastards burn in hell for what they did to my family.
Clearly, and that's not all. So Heath, would Geraldine have said anything if he had contacted her?
Yeah, I think she might have responded.
What do you think she would have said?
Let's see. What would he have reached out saying or
He
asking?
would have said, I mean, you guys got specifically some tip information from him while, like, those characters did get information from him and had brief contact with him. So he would have just been, like, following up, like he hadn't heard from you guys or seen anything, but that he'd seen that Neville Wineries had new ownership, and that the mayor disappeared, and suddenly a new mayor named, let me get her last name, Cody Nelson became the new CEO of the winery and the mayor of Austin. And so he just wanted to basically follow up, like, what the hell happened out there. I heard some things from Ray Kelman, but I want to get as many angles as possible, because if there's something, I think there's something more going on, and I want to know about it and get to the real bottom of it.
Geraldine would have told him, my uncle wasn't crazy. He knew what was going on, and I think they killed him for it. Yeah, I have his writings at my place in Maine, but I'm not going back. If you want them, you can find them. Just stay out of the woods and don't drink the wine.
Yeah, he says that he went to Geraldine's house in Austin when, and he found it burned down. But also, the police officer who went with them, what was her name? Carmen. She was never seen again. Would either Ray or Geraldine have mentioned that? Like, what happened, or just not bother because you wouldn't think he would believe you?
I think it's all kind of a blur for Ray, really.
Okay, well, basically, this is one of the ways that I'm letting your character... Basically, your characters now have in-game knowledge of...
The past events.
Of, like, you know, Chapter 1. Like, you know about the wineries.
Right.
He tells you about their connection to... He tells you specifically about how all of the murder victims had been taking... what is it? That they had been taking, or like they've been getting, they've been receiving income from accounts affiliated with Neville Wineries, and that obviously that may mean that these people had some ties to this Children of Amalthea. He notes that, he tells you about the previous cases a bit. He tells you, like, you know, if I can really trust you guys, we can maybe meet tomorrow at the ball game, and I can actually give you some of the stuff I have on that. But there's definitely something. I think I think they're all connected, because just look at. I mean, the sect is clearly involved as like. There's connections to Neville wineries and these murder victims. What the hell is the probability of that? And the probability that 3 people who had never had any kind of history of psychosis or mental illness or, or even just criminal record, and had no connection to the murder victims, would just suddenly murder people. And what are the chances that the same one law firm, he's saying this like in a really hushed tone, and he kind of is eyeing you a little bit suspiciously. What are the chances that this one law firm would take these 3 cases pro bono, and that the 2 who were convicted would kill themselves in their cells before sentencing was carried out?
Of course.
The other 2 weren't even in Oklahoma. And
Plot
they
thickens.
all had claims about mirrors. Not only that, but in every single case, they've never found the head. So no head? How likely is that in 3 cases, all with connections to the Neville wineries and likely this Children of Amalthea? But wait, there's more. I'll be able to tell you maybe if you guys can really prove that I can trust you. I mean, you guys are. I probably shouldn't have said that, given you guys are working for the law firm, but
I pull out my katana and I kill him. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't actually happen.
But something, and he looks directly into the camera, and you guys see his eyes, not your characters, but you as in the Discord
Players.
see him looking at you. Yeah, he's like, something tells me I might be able to trust you.
And then it plays some stupid musical stab.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
yeah, it just
Dun, dun.
yeah, it goes like this.
So if he's been looking at us, it looks like that Shannon has not been paying attention at all. But when he stops talking and stops looking at the 4th wall,
Yeah,
I've been on my phone, and I set my phone down, and I go, did you know that Almathea was commonly identified as the nurse of Zeus during his infancy? Sorry.
I did not, but that definitely makes sense with all of the fertility and nature type.
Well, if you'd like some information and maybe some proof of our trust, I mean, I'm sure you probably know of the events that we might be looking into, but John
yes.
Michael Owens was the ex-vocalist of the band Korabant, who then started, or at least was a representative of the Corabantes religious community. And I'd been doing some digging on that and found Corabantes Greek mythology. And I came across a picture of people called the Curettes, which were 9 dancers who venerated Rhea, the Cretan counterpart of Cybele. They're dancing around the infant Zeus.
Huh. There's a.
I don't know if that is connection.
If that isn't evidence of there being a cult, some sort of cult meaning or agenda behind this, I don't know what it is.
It's got to at least mean that it's connected in some sort of way.
Yeah. And you guys also note that this entire time, he's looking at. He seems to be like pretty often looking at you, Wayne. Like he's like. It's like he's not weirded out by like how you look, but like there's something of like, that's weird. Like that's very odd. And yeah, he tells you about like, you know, because you know about the you guys from the podcast remember hearing about the Ferdinand Bradford, the art collector, and the Reverend Cosimo Fusto. And the guilty parties. If you need a refresher on that, you can look at the Talking in the Shadows podcast transcript. The men at the table next to you, get up, and a man in a suit and sunglasses takes their place. He has Bluetooth earphones connected to his cell phone. He smiles at you guys and at Bruno when he sits down, and he places a violin case on the table, not on your table.
Can I hack his cell phone?
Make me a computer use.
All right.
Wayne's just gonna
It's
wave at
connected
him.
to the Wi-Fi. You could probably do it.
That's why I was like, can I fucking hack this dude?
Oh.
My God.
Motherfucker. Can I
Push it.
use some luck to push it, or can I do something?
You can push and re-roll, but the consequences, it might be that...
Or doubly as bad.
Yeah, worse than just like a regular failure. Or you could spend
You
a
can
luck.
make it do it.
It's 6 luck.
It would be 6 luck, yeah.
Let me see how much luck I got. 62 luck. I'm gonna
I'm
spend it.
confident in your abilities.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend it just to make sure.
Okay, so because it's just a regular success and also like an exact success on a 90, I'm gonna say that like you get some idea that this guy like
I'm
There
literally
might
just
be?
trying to like. I was literally just trying to maybe like hack into the audio feed in his earpiece.
Yeah, it seems
And even if it's like broken, like if it's like staticky or so, like something, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it doesn't have to, like since it wasn't like a great success or what? Great success. Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you hear just like a podcast, I'm gonna say it's a Greek mythology podcast. Like about Greek mythology.
Mhm. Of course
And
it is.
as that guy sits down, Bruno kind of seems like a bit cagey, and but he also says like, he's like, I can meet you guys again soon. I actually have some important news clippings of articles that are quite relevant to this case. But I don't trust the internet. I mean, you never know who's able to watch, and you know, Big Brother and all that. You never know who's watching, but
I lean in and I go, you're absolutely right. You never do know who's watching or who's looking back.
so yeah,
You said something about a ball game tomorrow?
yeah. It's the Greens. They're playing in part of the Texas College League against the Bombers, which I noted in my notes in the actual campaign booklet, like a team
that's
called the
cool.
Bombers playing in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck. Oklahoma City
it's
bombing.
Yep. I was just like,
Jesus.
It's a little on the nose, but you know.
yeah. My guess is again, like being a Spanish company, they probably don't know about that kind of history, but
Or maybe they do.
I feel
maybe
like
they
they
do.
do.
Yeah, they might.
Maybe
They
they
might.
do.
They might be.
You never know.
Yeah, they could, but yeah. Anyways,
The tornadoes versus the bombers.
Oh my god.
yeah, that's actually the team they say is the Greens, but I'm gonna say it's the Tornadoes.
Yes.
So, yeah, he tells you, yeah, there's a game tomorrow, and I can get you the, I can grab you those clippings by then.
Either way, someone's getting blown away.
Oh.
Roll me charisma, or what is it? I think is it charisma in this game? I always forget. I guess it would be no, it would be yeah. There is no charisma. I guess it would be like
Arm?
yeah, maybe charm.
Roll charm.
Arm or fast talk.
Yeah, charm. Your joke, like, it's so bad that you could swear that, like, everything just goes quiet.
Uh,
You hear the guy with the earpiece and the suit and sunglasses groan.
Yeah, he just goes,
and then a guy in
Yeah,
the
you
back of
hear-
the joint, goes, "Oh, for crying out loud, that guy sucks."
yeah, just, oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah.
Yeah, literally a child who is practicing his trombone just plays that.
Yeah. Okay.
How many times do we have to tell you, old man?
Okay.
You really done it again, Kaminsky. That's what he says to himself.
Yeah.
You just see
everything-
Wayne is just chuckling to himself.
Wayne
Everything
likes the
freeze
joke.
frames.
Wayne thought it was funny, but like dad joke funny, where it's just he can appreciate just how terrible it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything freeze frames, and then you hear a narrator go, "That was the moment he knew he fucked up."
Fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Record scratch freeze frame. Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. All of the tropes at once. But anyways. Yeah, he tells you, and like he kind of gets up and he's like, "You know how to reach me." But yeah, we can convene
Camille
tomorrow at the
says,
game.
"Check, please."
And everyone claps.
Laugh track.
Yeah. I think I don't think I uploaded it into Roll20, but I can now. Cuz I had it for one of the sounds cuz for like when I was doing the podcast recording thing.
Mm.
Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? There it is. Found it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so you guys all just hear.
Nice. I love it.
Anyways, yeah, so he gets up, and he kind of like pulls his hat down a little. He peeks one last glance at you, Wayne, before like kind of fully heading out.
And Wayne's gonna find that very odd that he was peeking at me. Can he try and figure out what Bruno's thinking and work it out?
Make me an intelligence roll. Okay.
Camille wants to spot hidden to see if she sees him give the look.
Okay, so
So she's gonna lean over and be like, "I think he likes you."
So Wayne, you know that kind of
I love
look.
Camille.
It's like when you see someone who's like uncannily like similar in appearance to someone like you know or know of. Like imagine like seeing someone like your friend introduces you to someone who like is the spitting image of like Jeffrey Dahmer. But like you know it's not them because Dahmer, if I'm not mistaken, is at the very least in prison. I think he's dead. But like just the resemblance is uncanny. You don't know who to like the resemblance between you and whom, but that kind of is what you're getting.
Like it looks like he recognizes you or is seeing a ghost of some sort.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like he's like you're the like the spitting image of like someone he knows or knows of or has seen or something like that.
Hmm. Yes. Huh. That's weird. Bruno was acting like he'd seen me before. Like, he's giving me that look. You know how, you see someone who's working at, like, McDonald's and you swear they're some famous celebrity, and then you look again and they're just almost, almost are, but are just quite not?
Well, he's not setting off my gaydar, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'll say also
no,
with
he's
that
giving me
idea.
that
Yeah,
kind
with,
of look. Like, not the loving kind of look. That's a different look.
yeah, he didn't like blink, you know, admiringly at you or like twirl his
Yeah,
hair.
no. Like, I know the loving kind of look. Had my fair share of run-ins.
I thought you were gonna
I
say I've had my fair share of wives, but run-ins is good enough too.
I've had my fair share of run-ins with that type, and that was not that kind of look.
Yeah, he had no hanky.
Yeah, just no. That was most definitely the look of that man has seen me before somewhere, and he cannot place me.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm gonna say,
that or he
or he
cannot
can.
believe.
Yeah, or he cannot believe that like how similar you are to that person.
Yeah.
But
We should definitely ask him about that next time we see him.
yeah, yeah, with the extreme success, you definitely feel like it's like he knows you're not that person, like whoever that is for sure, but like the resemblance is like identical twin level. And so
Yes, it's on the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito levels of
Yeah.
resemblance.
yeah, yeah,
Twins. I love that
Yes.
movie.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, he gives you like he's like, yeah, meet me. He gives you like, I'm gonna say that he gives you like a seat, a set of seats, like where he's gonna be sitting, but he like whispers it really softly into one of your ears while he's kind of like eyeing the surroundings. And also with that extreme success, I'll let you in on like this guy is legit. Like he does not seem like he's, you know, like a sleeper or working for, you know, like working against you or like part of a cult or anything like that. Like he
No.
very much seems on the up and up. And this isn't me trying to be like, oh yeah, like you should totally try. More just like, again, reward for that extreme success. And then Camille. For that hard success, I'm going to say that as you are leaving the shopping center, you note a white sports car that, if memory serves, was also in the staff parking, or not staff, the like executive parking lot at Hermes Ramstein when you went there for your initial briefing.
Hey, Kaminsky?
Yeah, what's up?
That white car. Definitely seen it before. It was in the parking lot at the law firm.
Yep, specifically
Do
the
you think
executive.
The executive. You
Yeah.
think they're tailing us?
Can we look at the car? Like, what kind of car is it?
Yeah, I don't have an exact make and model, but I can say that you will eventually get to see what it looks like in a handout or map. but I can't crop it out without revealing some spoilers. But yeah, it's like a white sports car.
Just say it's a nice, like, white Mercedes or
Yeah, something like that. Like,
some other high-end type car,
yeah, and
if that's what it's supposed to be.
yeah, and if one of you guys wants to make me a know or idea roll, I might be able to give you some information on like whether or not you guys
Well,
basically a test of like, does your character maybe remember like like who this car might belong to, based on like X, Y, and Z.
well, we could just have our resident computer expert
Yeah, yeah.
run
Can
the
I see?
plate.
I was just about to say, can we see the plates from where we're at?
I'm gonna say you might have to get a closer look, but
We need to get that close to read a license plate, though.
yeah, not so far away that like you'd have to like make it super conspicuous that you're like, you know, going up to this car and being like, you know, taking a snapshot.
Not putting
of
my face down. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, just use computer use.
Okay, cool.
Could be a coincidence. See what the plate says.
So the plate says, definitely not cult. No, I'm kidding.
Definitely not cult.
Yeah. So clearly they're in the clear. You know you can, but it's
Yeah, I
registered
can
to
trust
one
her.
Cornelia Ramstein.
So the plate is LAWBTCH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Law, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you find it is, like, vanity plates are easy to track.
Bet she'd enjoy your dungeon.
If someone wants to make me a no roll, I can tell you, whether or not, or actually, you know what? If you spent 1 luck to make that a hard success, I'll give you, I'll let you know whether or not you find any records of her potentially going to, Nightingale's.
Luck has been spent.
Okay, so with a hard success, you know that, yeah, she's been there. She seems to be, she goes on
A
there.
frequent flyer.
Yeah, she seems to be a member, and she goes to what they call play parties. And I won't tell you
This
what
is
she's
some eyes
into.
wide shut shit.
Yeah, and I won't tell you what she's into because I'll let that be up to your imagination, but let's just say you have a whole new view of her now.
Of our employers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like finding your, it'd be like finding, like, you know, finding, like,
Guys,
your
this is
CEO on...
raunchy stuff.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Your CEO on Pornhub under, like, you know, 7 different BDSM tags.
Jeez.
She's into some kinky stuff.
Yeah,
No
it doesn't
judgments,
strike
of
you as,
course.
like, anything, like, cultish, but, like, it just strikes you as, like, she a freak.
It strikes me
She's into
as
things and
something that
involving
has a
deli
lot of
meats.
money and not a lot of people close to them.
Yeah. Okay. And keep in mind, that particular
I'll
part
Vince
is just
McMahon.
shit that I made up. So whether or
I
not
like
it's
it,
plot
though.
relevant, we'll decide later.
That's fine.
Okay.
it's all plot relevant too.
I mean, there are ways to make it plot relevant, but... Anyways, what do you guys want to do? Are you guys, because, like, he basically gave you, like, we can meet tomorrow at the baseball game.
Yeah, do we need to do
I mean,
anything
there's not
before
really a
then?
lot else to go on.
Yeah, you still... There are still, like, 2 places that you could go, like, right now that are potentially open leads. You haven't been to
Go to the
Kesselberg's
hospital?
house, and yeah, you could go visit Kesselberg in the hospital.
Let's go check on her house first.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too.
Okay.
I will be
Or
back
just-
in 1 second. I gotta let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out?
Damn, same brain cell.
Sorry.
Same
Yeah,
brain cell.
literally same brain cell.
Yep, because we both start at the exact same time, which is
Ugh.
amazing.
I
So-
just read one of the funniest green texts ever, and it was somebody imagining the trailer for Dark Souls the movie starring Jack Black, and it's playing Who Let the Dogs Out in the trailer.
Oh my god.
Good.
It was horrible. It made me honestly like cry a little bit thinking about this because it's been announced that Hidetaka Miyazaki and A24 are making an Elden Ring live action movie.
Oh no.
Which I trust A24. They're not gonna hire Jack Black to play. I think they're gonna make a cool movie.
Oh, good.
Hopefully, but yeah, nah. But that green text had me dying, bro. Oh, Jack Black is in everything right now, and Who Let the Dogs Out is still a fucking song they use in trailers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Minecraft movie looks rough.
Yeah, I haven't seen it because I never even got into Minecraft, so.
I played Minecraft, but what that Minecraft is like mimicking is like after Mojang acquired it, after what's his face sold it.
Oh yeah.
And that is not the Minecraft I played.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I've also heard of
sold to Microsoft.
I've heard of some pretty awful
yeah.
stories from like movie theater workers about you know, people being just like
they're trashing theater.
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day. They literally brought a live chicken in
Yeah.
for the fucking chicken jockey scene.
Yeah, and it's like it's the 2025 Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Brain rot has always been a thing.
Yep. It's just now that video cameras are in everybody's hand that it's getting more publicized.
Yep.
Remember there's also a movie theater debacle with that Minions movie a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People are fucking fools.
Yeah. People be acting a fool.
Yes.
Don't let me catch you.
You can tell whose mamas didn't spank their asses when they were fucking younger.
For real.
Swear to God.
That's what's kind of like the funny thing about it is people are acting like there's no repercussions for their actions in a world where like everything's on video.
Yeah, like
it's just like really idiotic.
It's insane.
Yeah, like there are definitely going to be consequences. Like, I mean, even just the fact that they are online and, you know, in 10 years, people are going to be like, holy crap, you're the guy who did this super asshole thing.
I think because of, like, TikTok and not even, I wouldn't blame TikTok, but because of, like, how trends, social media, clout outweighs the consequences. They know that there are consequences, but they don't care because the clout that they feel like they get outweighs it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's like, it's kind of like, you know, because the algorithm basically encourages engagement, it doesn't care whether it's negative or positive.
Exactly. And honestly, negative is better because more people engage with negative fucking shit.
And that's why, like, news is always, you know, like, you rarely get to just see, like, you rarely get to see, like, you know, just, you know, positive stories. I mean, and that's why, like, people who watch the news often are kind of getting this idea of, like, oh, man, the world is always getting worse, even though, like, there are a lot of things that are getting better.
My dad, before he passed away, was one of those people, and my mom is kind of still not as bad as it was when he was around, but my dad definitely was one of those people that just constantly watched the news and thought the world was just falling apart constantly.
Yeah.
Way worse than it. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. The world is bad, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, for a lot of people,
it's sad.
For a lot of groups of people, it's like, say, a lot better than it was in the era that some people want to go back to, like the 50s.
Absolutely.
If you're not a white man who's straight, you're probably glad that you don't live in the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I'm a white man who's straight, and I'm glad I don't live in the 50s.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the Red Scare shit, like, get reported for being a communist because you coughed at your neighbor.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
communism back then is not the same as it is today.
Yeah, I mean, and also just the idea, like, it was basically it was kind of used as a buzzword. It still is,
I mean,
but, like...
Yeah, it still is, for sure.
Basically, it was kind of a synonym for anti-American, which people like McCarthy used as, like, anything I deem that is I don't like. But anyways, FICO is FICO back?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you guys are going to Kesselberg's house?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Should we wait until it's like nighttime?
yeah, you guys can do that. Do you do anything during the day, or do you just kind of like do the classic like RPG like click the wait?
Can we
and then
go on a
X number of
shopping
hours?
trip?
Yeah, yeah, you can. You guys can go on a shopping trip. Do you want to go through the shopping center and buy whatever?
I'm going to buy a T-shirt for the Bombers for the baseball game.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, yeah, you can find one of those.
Yep.
Anybody else wanted to get something?
Wayne is going to find one of those little foam fingers
Oh
that
yeah,
has the index pointer on it.
yeah. That's easy to find in like one of the little kind of like sports clothes stores in
Yeah,
the mall.
Wayne's just going to say, good, they have the new one this year. My collection grows.
he has fucking like
Yes.
50.
No, not 50.
Yeah, I'm buying a
He's not that
Bombers
old.
net.
He gets one every year.
So he's got 49. I'm just kidding. I don't know how old he is.
Wait, Wayne's not that old. Wayne's only 38.
Yeah, he's
so he's got
okay.
30 of them.
My bad.
He's only been going to the ballpark since he was 8.
Okay, so
Camille's getting a baseball hat and sunglasses. Now she's be afraid of being followed.
okay, yeah. So you get that, and I'm gonna say that for like just for gameplay purposes, if you ever want to roll like disguise, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna say that your effective disguise, at least until you fail a roll with disguise, is gonna be 50 instead of whatever your level is right now. But only for like yourself trying to blend in, not like disguising someone else. But the moment that cover is broken, then it goes back to whatever it was.
Right.
But,
I guess if everybody's buying something, I will buy. What would Shannon buy? What would the hacker buy?
and with a
What color are the teams?
one of them is green and one of them is whatever the hell you guys think the bomber's color is.
I picture like gray and navy blue.
Okay, yeah, so gray and navy blue. So green
Okay,
and then gray and
I
navy
buy
blue.
bombers. I buy a bombers jersey.
Do you file it as an expense to the Hermes Ramstein account?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're all doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, you don't get any pushback. I mean,
Wayne doesn't know that y'all have done that. Wayne just thought y'all bought it yourselves,
Yeah, so
which
he's
is why
just
he
using
doesn't say
tax.
anything about it.
Okay. So, I mean, you guys will... We're not going to do this on screen because it's, like, literally something like a second. Like, you just talk to, like, Inspector Gross and tell him, like, oh, yeah, we're representing Stella Kesselberg. We need to search her, like, search around her house for anything. And they give you the key. They give you, and also the law firm gives you a key. So, yeah, you guys are good. But
So we don't need to break it in or anything.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and the police just tell you like,
Shannon puts her gloves away.
yeah, the police
No, I'm just kidding.
tell you they went by there a couple of days ago and requisitioned the laptop and some external hard drives, but didn't find anything related to the case. But yeah, then you guys can get to Kesselberg's house.
Get to getting. Oh, I better go to the bathroom. You guys can continue. Don't have to wait for me. I'll be quick.
So, it's a single-story building located in a suburb like this, with generously spaced detached houses and large back gardens. It's kind of in South Bernie City.
Is there anything outside the house?
From the front, you can't really see anything. No. Like, there's nothing, like, standing out in the front yard or whatever.
Well, let's check it out.
Other than, the neighbor, who has two, like, kind of stone, like, pen areas, and a tree, like a decently sized tree on the, to, like, the left of the path leading up to their front door, but don't go over there, you'll break the fourth wall.
Walk that direction. There's just like a video game invisible wall.
Yeah.
Like, I can't walk any farther.
Roll me sanity. 20/1d100 loss.
I try to open the door, but there's no action button to open the door, so it's just like
Yeah. You
built
notice
into
that
the
the
wall.
door is like painted. It's just painted on like a textureless wall.
Wile E. Coyote style.
Yeah, you just walk in, and then you just flatten, and you look at the camera. Anyways, so you guys, are you guys gonna go in?
I go around to the back of the house, and it's just like a cardboard stand-up.
Not even a.
It's like 2D.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd technically allow you guys to go over there, but I also don't want to describe too much of my house, like my actual IRL house, on a live stream.
This is your house?
No, I was describing that there's a neighbor, and I vaguely described their property and said, but you guys don't go over there, it'll break the fourth wall.
Nice, okay.
That's the only time
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
go in.
railroad you guys.
I like that.
Okay. So,
All right, let's just go in.
so inside the house, it's a two-bedroom place. There's a living room, bathroom, and a large modern kitchen. One of the bedrooms has been repurposed into a recording studio. You see spotlights, props, a green screen, an empty desk, and some audio-visual equipment in a built-in closet. On one of the studio walls, there are numerous photo self-portraits in erotic poses and bondage. And you may want to note that you've seen, like, basically every inch of Kesselberg's body, like, to yourselves, because you might want to kind of compare that later.
This room looks familiar.
Yeah, just like note that, like, you've seen a lot of photos of this woman. Like, there aren't any, like, marks that aren't, attributable to, like, bondage type stuff. Like, you don't see any, like, notable birthmarks or anything like that.
Okay.
But
Good to know.
yeah. And then to the back of the house, bordered by a fence and a row of small cypress trees, likely to ensure Stella's privacy, there's a glass greenhouse, which obviously shows a lack of maintenance over the past few days. You imagine because it basically corresponds to exactly the amount of time since she got booked.
Right.
And it doesn't take a genius for you guys to put together, like, the fact that the greenhouse is where she recorded the last live stream that you guys saw on her channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shannon will even say that's the greenhouse that was in the background of her video, that last video that we watched.
Are there any like bugs in the room?
No. Like in the house or in the greenhouse?
Wherever she was filming the video.
You don't see anything.
It was outside in her backyard.
Yeah, outside in the
front of the
greenhouse in
greenhouse.
her backyard. Yeah.
Or yeah, in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you don't see anything like other than like, you know, kind of the typical kind, like nothing in excess of like I'm not gonna say, oh, you don't see any bugs, because honestly, in a suburban backyard that would be more suspicious than seeing them.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like you see like, you know, tons of crawling like centipedes and spiders and stuff. Like, you just see like, you know, some roly-polies and
The typical garden
like
variety.
some honeybees. Yeah. But you also see at the back, next to a workbench with gardening tools, you can see the camera tripod together with a couple of batteries still connected to the electric circuit. And you remember the police specifically saying that they took the camera and like laptop and stuff, so you're not surprised that the camera isn't there.
Yeah.
There's gardening tools hanging neatly on a panel opposite the workbench. You see there are several small spray bottles, a hoe and trowel, some small scissors, jars with plastic ties, a polycarbonate protective mask, and a pruning saw, gloves, and a well-worn tool belt. But at a quick glance, it is clear that one of the tools is missing from the hooks in the center. This is what
Is
you
it a
remember.
saw?
Yes. Yes, it appears to be where a pruning saw would have been.
You know where she got the weapon. That's not a surprise.
Yep.
Yeah, weirdly, I mean, all of the others, because, like, you kind of, like, they kind of get hidden, or, like, they get put back for, you know, however long at a time. You can kind of see, like, behind them, if you pick them up, like, the kind of silhouette that is left by, in kind of, like, the same position they tend to be left in.
Yeah, the opposite of a shadow, basically.
Yeah. The pruning saw that's still there has, and like the shadow, the kind of reverse shadow of the one that was missing, are both like, you know, how you would normally put it down from, like, using your left, if you were using your left hand, like left hand dominant.
But she was left-handed, right?
Yeah,
or is she right-handed?
She was
Yeah,
left-handed.
she is left-handed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
is
But
very-
she killed the dude right with a right-handed motion.
Yeah, and during the live
Yes.
stream, as she picked up the phone,
hands.
she switched hands. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I just was making sure I had my facts straight.
Yeah. Anyways, so
yeah, this is clearly her greenhouse. Like those
Oh.
are her tools.
oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to kind of, you know, give a thorough look over?
Is
I
she
definitely
growing
do.
any peculiar plants?
If you guys are giving a thorough check of the greenhouse, I can give you more information, or you can make a successful spot hidden or track roll.
Yeah, I'm going to
Roll a
make.
spot.
Wayne is gonna look and see if she's growing anything she
Someone's going
shouldn't be.
Oh, Wayne got that fucking
Hard
good.
success. So
Yeah, he
Wayne,
did.
you don't see anything that's like, you know, like, you know, you don't see any like certain types of poppy seeds or, you know, the devil's lettuce, but you do notice there's a plant that was recently replanted. There's a large the large area of soil where it has been placed looks churned up or too damp in comparison to the rest of the soil. It's a hortensia with large, strikingly colored flowers.
I have to Google for Hortensia.
Yep. Hortensia.
Hortensia.
Yeah. Oh,
Hortensia.
yeah.
Like pink and purple flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like very
Yeah,
beautiful.
I see it. It is
But-
very pretty.
But yeah, this looks like it was recently replanted into that area, like probably a couple days ago.
Oh no. Oh, this is not necessarily Greek, but it's a Roman orator.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Wayne's gonna know. Hey guys, that plant looks like it was just recently replanted. I don't know. Maybe there's something under there. And
Take a
you're
look.
just
Dig it up.
you're just gonna see Wayne is gonna slap his hand at his nose. Not it.
Okay,
I
everybody
follow
make me a,
suit. Not it.
yeah, everybody make me a dex roll then.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna say that Kaminsky's gonna grab it. Oh, get it.
Okay, so Kaminsky,
I just
yeah, you just dig. Do you dig? Do you
grab.
grab
I'm not gonna dig.
trowel,
I'm just gonna
or you
grab
wanna
the plant.
I was sorry. Go ahead.
Grab it by the stalk and rip it out of the ground, basically.
Make me a strength check then, if you're gonna like, just raw dog it.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so yeah, make me a strength roll. Since you're not gonna like actually dig. You pull a muscle in your back and you're like, oh, my back! Like Mr. Incredible.
Are you sure that it's his back?
Oh, right,
I think
yeah,
I
you're
pulled her
right,
muscles
right,
somewhere
right.
else.
No,
My groin!
exactly, there we go.
Ah,
Damn
my
it.
groin!
And you see him just kind of
Damn,
miles just
groin's
collapse.
acting up again.
Yeah. From the war. Anyways, like, it's not like you're gonna take damage. or
Maybe you
anything.
want to use the shovel there.
Oh, damn it! Anyone got some icy hot?
I got some icy wiener.
Got him.
No, but seriously, I only have a bit of ibuprofen, and just Wayne's just gonna pull out like a little packet with like 2 ibuprofen in it and just hand it over.
I'm so glad
Thanks,
I made
Wayne.
you
You're a
roll.
lifesaver.
I'm so glad I made you roll for that. Okay, so who's gonna do like the you imagine, because like it's not like this is a small
All right.
tiny plant. Like, this is a
Wayne's
bush.
Wayne's gonna go grab a shovel.
Okay. You don't have to roll for this. Like, you dig it up, and you are able to, you know, pull it out. And underneath, you see what looks like clothing.
Wayne is gonna see if he can't get like a stick or something to pull it out because he doesn't
Yeah.
want to touch it.
Yeah, you can find something like that. You notice that this clothing is... I mean, it's obviously stained a bit with soil, but even more with blood. And it looks like kind of a full set. Like, someone came back here and, like, discarded all that clothing and, like, buried it. You also see some blood-stained pruning shears along with them. And the body of a white terrier with black and brown patches.
Oh no!
And if you take a look at, like, you know, the collar on the dog, it's it has a little tag that says Noodles. You guys specifically remember...
Not noodles.
Yeah, you specifically
That was
remember this
her-
dog, yeah, appearing in her,
Her dog.
yeah. Everybody make me a sanity roll.
Oh man, this isn't good.
Okay, Wayne,
Wayne is rolling bad tonight.
roll me 1d4. You lose 3 sanity, so you're down to, 36. And then Miles.
I'm gonna take a picture of
I have
this
lost
dead
5
dog.
sanity tonight.
Okay, luckily it's only if you lose 5 in one roll, or a fifth or more in like one kind of, not necessarily like day per se, but like between. Like, with no.
I need to lose 4 sanity to go to indefinitely insane.
And Cheese, you got to roll sanity.
Okay, roll me 1d4, Cheese. Okay, you only lose 1.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Oh man, what do we do with this stuff?
Do you want to take a closer look at the body of the dog?
What about the clothes? Can we? Are they men's clothes or women's
No,
clothes?
they're women's
or-
clothes.
You said there was pruning shears along
Yeah,
along
bloodstained
with the
pruning
clothes
shears
and the
along
body.
with- Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I guess since Shannon isn't that shook from it, because she's probably seen some
Yeah.
fucked up shit on the internet.
Yeah, she was in the early days.
She went to rotten.com
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely watched every episode of the Pain Olympics.
Yes. So she'll definitely take a closer look.
So, you note that the kind of bloodstains on the pruning shears looks like they were being held by someone who's right hand dominant, and the wounds on Noodles were very clearly inflicted by these pruning shears. But again, like, they very clearly show like a right hand dominant kind of type. Like whoever did this was right hand dominant.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Make of that whatever you will.
Yep.
Damn, who would kill her dog?
Well, if you had to ask me, and we are thinking that it's her that killed old John in the club, I would guess that she probably killed the dog first, as maybe, I don't know, practice? Sounds weird, but I mean, I don't know. I've never murdered anybody before.
Yeah, you
Maybe
know.
the dog realized something was wrong with her.
Maybe. They always say animals can sense evil.
Something must have really snipped.
I love watching you guys put pieces together. It's great. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I love it.
Do we go inside
Poor
now?
thing.
Is there anything else left out here for us to look at?
What do you say we
Yeah, you guys already went through the
Yeah.
house and just found.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, you specifically found.
That's
like,
right.
the-
That's right. Yeah. The pictures of the bondage and shit.
Yeah.
give poor
Yeah,
Noodles a proper burial?
I mean, I'm not really into that sentimental stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
The clothing though is pretty bad evidence. I don't know.
Yeah, the police definitely did not do a very good, thorough job of looking around.
If we leave this here, I mean, obviously, I don't want to find evidence against our client, but this looks bad.
Doesn't look good.
Well, I mean, at least we can put poor Noodles back where we found him.
If we get caught tampering with that, though, that could be bad for everybody.
What's funny is there's actually an entire sidebar in the scenario dedicated to this exact debate.
I believe it.
Yep, so,
Well, I think we would have to report what we found.
Yep, the lawyer
think so,
cannot
too.
destroy or hide nor keep the evidence to themselves. However, the obligation to share it with the authorities is doubtful, as it could result in a lack of compliance with the Fifth Amendment. Though you would be treading on thin ice, but one of the options would be to send the evidence to the police anonymously without saying where you got it nor which case or suspect it relates to. In that way, you would fulfill your obligation of preserving the integrity of the judicial process and at the same time maintain confidentiality and the attorney-client privilege.
I say we do that one.
Okay. You do
Yeah,
what I
let's
just said.
mail it to them. Extra snail mail,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
like
we
have
ain't
it.
using FedEx or UPS. We're using USPS, baby.
You're using
What's the
USPPS.
cheapest way we can ship this?
Yes.
What's the cheapest, least reliable way we can ship this?
USPPS.
USPS.
It has to go through the postal system twice, so it takes twice as
Hell
long.
yeah.
That's why it's, the U.S.
It's
Postal
the
Service.
Postal Service.
Yes, exactly. Also, every now and then someone goes crazy and,
Right.
they go postal.
USPPS.
Yeah, that one gets found in a couple years.
Yep.
Okay, anyways, what do you guys want to do? I'm going to say by now it's probably like the afternoon.
We could go to the hospital and actually try to talk to Amanda.
For Stella, you mean?
Stella. Yeah, whatever.
So, yep.
Yep. Amanda's from chapter 1, right?
We gotta help Stella get her groove.
Yeah, hell yeah, we gotta help her get a groove back. Unless there's, and I mean, I don't know, unless there's something else at the house we could look at, but I don't know
I don't know,
what
is
else.
there any
Look.
paperwork or brochures scattered about? Or
No.
any cult-related materials?
No.
I would assume the police found almost everything.
Almost.
Yep. So,
Except for poor Noodles.
yeah. To be fair, they are police, so this is perfectly in keeping with, it's it's giving it an additional amount of immersion.
Wherever we're headed to, I'm assuming the hospital, I think Shannon wants to say on the ride. Hold on, I just had it. I gotta think of it. Oh yes. She's gonna say, I'm not convinced that Stella was necessarily part of the cult in the sense that she was an active member. In my not necessarily opinion, but what I am more leaning to right now is that maybe they somehow got a hold of her and CIA active agent coded her somehow. Brainwash.
I mean, that video definitely was not acting like her normal self.
It was like she was activated, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was telltale signs of complete and total personality change.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've heard seen tons of stuff online about CIA doing some crazy stuff. And, like, activation words and activation codes where a person could hear just a single sound, a tone, a word, and instantly flip the switch and become a completely separate person.
I mean, I've always heard rumors of a certain sound making you shit your pants, but that sounds
brown
interesting.
That's not a rumor, Wayne. That is the truth, and I can show you proof of it later if you'd like.
Make me if you want to, you can make me a computer roof and show him right
my
now.
drawers cannot stand that.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's kind of similar, a similar kind of concept. Your brain hears or reacts to something that it subconsciously only knows.
I mean, you know about dissociative identity disorder, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Like,
but for those who might not know, could you please?
Yeah, I mean,
could you?
I mean, it's what normies would call split personalities.
Yeah.
But it's really different. You know, some people have just different kind of personas they take on, and other people have full-on separate people inside their mind that don't share memories. And so, you know, I've met a few people like this, and when they switch, it can be on the dime, just like what we saw in the video. And she might not have any memory of what happened, depending on who's her dominant personality at the time.
Only one way to
Wonder
find out.
who got to her, though.
All right, well...
And how they got to her.
Well, you see, it's either two things. It's either that, it's either DID, or whatever, dissociative identity disorder, or it's CIA activation. There's no in between. I'm just kidding.
I mean...
There really isn't any much in between, but yeah.
They blackmailed her, got her scared into doing things.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than blackmail. You wouldn't switch your dominant hand if somebody was blackmailing you to pick up a fucking rock.
I mean, and also think about poor Noodles.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, poor Noodles
But
had
all I
nothing
know
to do
is
with this.
Combat can make crazy things happen to your brain, so I'm sure all this is entirely possible too.
It's true. Anyways, we pull up to the hospital, I guess.
Yep. So, yeah. You guys go up to the receptionist, and I'll just say, like, you guys kind of tell her whatever, and she tells you room 314. So you can reach the 3rd floor by elevator. Inside the elevator, there are 2 big mirrors and loudspeakers playing non-stop background music. You get to room 314. It's under police surveillance with a uniformed officer at the door. It's a small room.
Hold up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Real quick. I can't help but notice that you mentioned mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon walks up to the mirrors real close. Like, close enough to, like... like, she puts her hands on the mirrors and cups them around her eyes.
Okay.
What are you looking for? A zit or something?
Does she... Can she, like, see if it's a two-way mirror? Can
it
she
does
tell?
not appear to be, no.
Okay. And I turned to Kaminsky and I said, no. There's mirrors. We've just been talking about and seeing weird mirrors. Anyways, let's keep going down the hallway.
So, yeah, you can tell...
It's gonna stare at you like you got 8 eyes on your head.
Yeah,
yeah, and I stared him back, death stare.
And there's that little, like, anime thing of, like, where it does, like, the cut of, like, your eyes.
Yeah, like the screen is split diagonally down the middle, and his eyes are on the left, and mine are on the right, and there's like like movement lines flying in opposite directions on
Yeah.
on both sides of the
And then
screen.
you just hear,
Oh no!
Miles dies
And-
instantly.
Yeah,
And she cuts Smile his head right off.
Okay. Anyways, so the room is clearly under police surveillance. There's a uniformed officer outside the door, but they let you in obviously as you're representing the client.
Do we have like credentials? Do we have like a badge, like not a badge, but like a
Yeah,
laminated name tag or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, you
We're
go in.
official representatives
Yeah,
of our client's legal defense.
Yeah, let me.
exactly.
Oh yeah, I didn't make this a map because it was it would have been weird. But let me see.
No worries.
Where is it? Did I not make a? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Give me just a second. Okay. There we go. You all should see, let me just make sure. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a small room about 100 square feet with a bed and security windows. On one side is a bathroom with just bare minimum facilities. Though you note the bathroom mirror has been taken down recently, so the wall is bare. You can see Stella lying stretched out on the bed. She almost looks a couple years older than she did in, like, her photos and videos, because of the, just, like, lack of sleep. And...
Oh, I thought you were gonna say lack of filters and makeup.
Oh, no. No, she's actually got, like, an appearance of, like, 95. But yeah, you compare her to her photographs, it's pretty clear she's lost a lot of weight. Not like in a glow up sort of way, like in a
Right.
in a
She looks like
way.
a meth head now.
Yeah. Her body is connected to a drip, and at the side of the bed, an electrocardiogram monitor makes a regular beeping sound, monitoring her vital signs. There's handcuffs locking her right wrist to the security bars on the bed, clearly to stop her from getting up and, She appears vacant, as if she were under the influence of tranquilizers. You even see a fly land on her nose, and she doesn't flinch.
I bat the fly away.
She doesn't seem to respond, but, like, if you look at her vital signs, if any of your characters have watched, like, medical dramas, or anything like that, do you think any of your characters... Yeah. Okay,
the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I watched this universe's... Well, it's the real universe. I watched Bones.
Okay, and I'll say
that's kind
that...
of a medical drama, but kind of not.
And I'll say that in a weird Cthulhu mythos twist, your character... Even though they haven't watched it, they have this weird voice in their head telling them about all that knowledge. And only the vital signs give an indication that she's even, like, noticed you're there, and she seems nervous based on the vital signs.
Okay, like her heart rate has kind of increased and...
Yeah, like, she definitely seems like she's very
breathing
nervous.
Increased.
Yeah. But...
I think maybe Kaminsky has had some experience in military hospital medical settings.
Okay, yeah, so then
So he kind of recognizes
signs.
Maybe we shouldn't all crowd too close. Might freak out all these strangers in the room.
Yeah, I back up a little bit. Actually, I go and sit, like, on the windowsill.
Does anybody want to make me what's it called? A psychology roll.
See here.
Do you want to push that or spend
Wayne's-
luck?
Wayne's gonna push that.
Hard success.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
So you can confirm
Nice.
several things. Stella is not aware of anything happening around her. It's as if her senses are filtered through some deep tunnel connecting her to reality. She's very recently suffered some sort of profound mental trauma, and it's very clear that she has a few phobias that are like deeply rooted in the very depths of her psyche, though nothing that just acquits her of murder. For example, like one of you guys maybe gets a text and you're about to answer it, and the moment you pull the cell phone up, heart rate goes off the charts.
Yeah, let's say whenever I sat down on the windowsill, I didn't even get a text, but I immediately pulled my cell phone out because that's just Shannon.
Yeah. How clean is your phone? Like screen? Like would it be like you might be able to see a reflection in it?
Oh, it's clean. She like every time she pulls her phone out before even pressing the button on to bring out a sleep, she like rubs it on her shirt or hoodie or whatever she's wearing to like wipe off any prints or dust that might be on there.
So
just coming out of
when
her
the
pocket.
phone comes out, the vitals elevate, but when the like reflectiveness of the screen is kind of out in the open, it spikes even higher.
And when I hear like the beeping get like crazy, I like look up from my phone.
Wayne's just gonna wave at Shannon. Put that away. Put that away.
Okay. And she puts it back in her pocket.
Her vitals slowly return.
Oh. Very interesting.
Whatever it is, she didn't like that.
Well,
Definitely.
You
well, I
could
mean,
try-
I kind of
Yep, you could.
have
Sorry, go ahead.
an idea of why. I mean, going with my theory, she does remember everything that she did. And she
Well-
remembers the phone call that she got before she did it.
Well, now it's not necessarily that she remembers, but sometimes you don't need to remember for trauma to still stay. So definitely the phones, the reflectiveness, definitely that's causing her stress.
Okay, so, you can make me a someone can make me a psychoanalysis roll, or you can even, like, she seems to be, like, responding enough, like, she's kind of, like, murmuring a little bit. Okay, so,
Excuse me, Wayne is in his zone
okay,
with his patient.
so,
I was like trying to follow along. I was like, no, I don't get it.
suddenly you see her return to reality it's like she's waking from a dream with just some great effort of concentration. Like she's like, it's like she's pulling herself out from tar, and she's like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was my reflection. She did it. She did it. It was the phone and the mark. She kind of points to her arm. She killed Noodles. He only wanted to protect me, but he ended up buried under the flower bed. She's just absolutely... Her tears are streaming down her face. And she's, like, got you... She's, like, gripped you with her with, like... Her... She's, like, seems to be, like, struggling to try and use her left hand, but her right hand is kind of... Like, she's, like, half and half. And then... Like, she's gripping you like she was clutching... she's clutching, like, a handhold. And then the left hand kind of goes limp, and the right hand follows more slowly, and it's like she's resubmerged again. Everybody make me a sanity roll. Okay, Wayne, roll me 1d3.
Wayne's getting all the good rolls.
Okay, you lose 2 sanity as this highly emotional scene kind of gets to you, but also just this like, it's like she's under. It's like if you were a superstitious man, you'd say like it was like she was under a spell.
She's under a spell.
Yeah.
Wayne's also getting very, very slight deja vu.
Yeah. And also, you don't have to make me a spot hidden for this, because she specifically mentioned the arm. You look on her arm, and there is there's what looks like a birthmark. It's like a kind of square with a kind of dome above it, and then like 3 little squiggly lines.
Yeah, would you say that Wayne could mistake it for a jellyfish?
Yes. Yeah, it almost looks jellyfish-like. But it doesn't look like it was burned on or cut in, and like it looks like a birthmark.
He's never had that.
Wayne's
before.
gonna note that.
Can I
And
point out that
gonna
Yeah,
bring
and
someone
recognize
else over
that.
to take a photo of the mark.
yeah, and
I gotta take a picture of the mark?
yeah, and
But I'm going to notice that it's near identical to the mark we found
yeah, that
painted
was-
in blood in the phone booth.
yeah, and also a similar birthmark, or like a mark, like a tattoo in that case, on John Michael Owens, on like his.
Yep.
Someone roll me a d2.
I got it.
His left butt cheek.
Hmm.
And yes, that was why I had you roll the d2. One was left, 2 was right.
Hell yeah.
Everybody can make me a spot hidden or a listen, or like a track roll, anything like kind of observational. Okay, we'll go in order. Shannon. Suddenly, you're perceiving everything like it was, like you're in a deep well of darkness. Wayne.
Almost tunnel vision.
Yeah. Wayne, you
Okay.
see yourself in that same room that you were in at Nightingale's with a pruning saw in your right hand and John Michael Owens kind of like tied up in erotic whatever, and he's looking like and then he's like ah! As you in your right hand slash at his torso with this pruning saw, and then you're watching as you just saw through his neck. Meanwhile, Camille and Miles, or actually, no, Camille, for this one, you hear a voice emanating from inside your head. Shrial na lembet shubnigorath, Verner bulka, ie shubnigorath. And,
Camille grabs her ears and like cowers down.
Miles, you are left-handed.
Would I just switch to being left-handed suddenly?
Yeah, you realize, after a few minutes, you realize, like, I've been using my left hand, I don't know why. Like,
Yeah, I took a picture.
yeah, you took a
I was
picture.
holding my phone in my left hand without realizing it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like, you maybe write,
What the?
you're like maybe writing something on a notepad and you realize that it's forming, that you've been like writing from right to left, like you were in a mirror.
What the hell? Am I having a stroke here?
Yep, and
And then I look down and see Camille cowering.
yep, and
What is that? Yeah, Camille.
and she just says, and you can hear her murmuring, Stella, the doctor's lying. She wants to cause me harm. She talks to the flies, but by telephone. Yes, by telephone. She's a bloody liar with a flat rate tariff. But don't tell her or she'll hurt me. She's got everything covered, you know. She hears everything. It was my reflection. It was the lady in the mirror. She killed Noodles. That odious creature. Killed him like she was an animal.
What?
And, if you
You want
guys...
me to ask the firm to move you to another facility? The law firm might be able to get someone to
It's burning me. It's like
move you
ice.
to a psych ward.
It's inside my head and going through my whole body, my arms, my legs, my navel. Do you have a navel? They come in through your navel and they burn you. They have ice and they know how to use it, you know? I didn't do it. It was
What
that
can
woman.
we do?
I saw her while it was happening. It was that reflection in the mirror. My reflection. It was my reflection. She's like delirious
woman?
and barely responsive, but the moment you mention like talk to like any sort of doctor, she shakes her head really fervently and you can see she's like looking at the hospital cameras.
Give me a name. Who did you talk to? Anything.
She you know what? What level of success did you get on
You
your
got a hard success.
Hard
Okay.
success.
She's gonna look over to the chart on her bedside. Like she's gonna kind of almost gesture with her eyes, but extremely subtly. Like to the point where like these hospital cameras would not have enough resolution to see the eye movement.
I'm gonna catch on, but not react.
Okay. Anybody want to make me a medicine or a fighting roll?
Fighting roll?
Yeah, medicine or fighting.
Wayne's gonna spend 1 luck.
Or you can actually roll me a bonus dice first, and then see if you need to spend the luck.
Oh. Bonus dice is just what, a D10?
Yeah, like you can just click the bonus slash penalty, and then. Okay, so you don't need it. You got a 46. You got a success. So on her right hand, Stella has some small recent cuts. This successful roll links these wounds to the manipulation of a sharp object during an assault. And
I'm gonna roll it too. Oh no.
so you want to roll with a bonus die. So, okay, yeah, so you got it, success. So you also notice this. And Wayne, given that you know medicine, you know that you know what a medical file looks like. And for some reason, it seems like somebody must have either like forgotten or something like that. There's actually, I'm gonna say Shannon. You noticed this. The hospital's cybersecurity is not exactly great. Like you could
They're still on
access
Windows
patient medical.
XP.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could easily get access to Stella Kesselberg's like medical file without leaving like a trace or anything like that, especially with your literal world leader in hacking abilities.
Am I still zonked out from whatever just like made it so that I went tunnel vision?
After a
or
few
whatever.
minutes, you kind of return to normal, though you note that you're holding your phone in your left hand.
What the fuck? Okay. I put that in my pocket and yeah, I guess probably on the way in before we even got into the room, she probably noticed that cybersecurity was pretty weak and the cameras were old and blah blah blah. So she
The Wi-Fi had no password to begin with.
yeah, she
Password was 123.
she like flips her backpack like over to her side and pulls her laptop out and gets to work.
Okay, make me a computer.
Do you want
use
me to
roll.
roll computer use?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you easily like it's like taking candy from a baby that is blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on the Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're able to find her medical file.
It's
and,
like taking candy from a fetus.
yeah, exactly. A fetus that, for some reason is not entirely human. You quickly look at the medical file. It shows a blood analysis that was done when she was admitted. And you see that she tested clean of any narcotics. And
Okay.
you see that there's no record of even administering any tranquilizers since she was admitted.
Okay.
It also mentions the bite mark of a dog on her right leg and an anti-rabies, like a rabies shot.
Right. Okay.
Also, do any of you guys who see the birthmark, do you guys want to take a closer look or anything like that?
I think before that happens, the birthmark is on which side of her body? Which arm? Her right arm?
Yeah, let's say that. Right side.
Okay, and you said the bite is also on the right side?
The right leg, yeah. The
Yeah,
birthmark
okay,
is
so-
on one of her arms.
So Shannon gets done looking at the medical records. She closes the laptop and without even saying anything, she like pulls up the sheet. She like walks over to the bed and pulls up the sheet on her right ankle
Yeah, there's definitely
and shows the bite.
Yeah, like it's been like dressed, but like definitely you can tell that there was a dog
Right.
bite from like a terrier-sized dog.
And I think when she does that, that's when she also notices the squid-shaped birthmark
Yeah, the
and
big stupid
just
jellyfish.
goes, and like points at it.
Yeah. So, if any of you guys take like a read or kind of like feel, you can feel that the skin surrounding the mark registers a temperature a few points higher than the rest of her body.
Okay. Yeah. I probably would have like gently placed my hand on her ankle when
Yeah, on
looking
her-
at it.
Yeah, it's not the
Or
ankle,
on the
it's-
birthmark.
Yeah, on the birthmark.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
skin
yeah,
kind of
okay.
normal temperature, and then just like a few degrees warmer around the mark.
I'll say something. I'll be like, her skin seems warmer right here. Like not a lot, but
Yeah, like
noticeable.
3 or 4 degrees. It's kind of like if you've ever had like an infection or like an inflammatory response.
Right.
You know how it like feels. But regarding the blood analysis, this is what you would like. You would remember this as like characters. You remember that the police statements and the statement of the lead nurse, whose name you or the nurse kind of in charge of this patient case. You note that you remember that in the police reports it was said that she was found having overdosed on heroin. But the blood work shows that
Yeah, that she was like dead.
yeah, that she was like catatonic from a heroin
tried,
overdose.
tried to kill herself.
Yeah, but yeah, you've just found the blood work and it shows no trace of narcotics.
Yeah, so like when she found the medical files, she definitely like screen captured or like did whatever to save them. Like
Yeah, like you downloaded the PDF.
exactly. And so like Shannon kind of understands the nature of the situation, so she doesn't want to like say too much out loud.
Yeah, you can
know
make
what I
like a
mean?
gesture. You can make like a gesture to someone and kind of be like, "Hey, why don't we go somewhere?"
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So
And if anybody
I
wants
s-
to, first before anything else, I will tell you the name of the doctor or nurse in charge of this case.
okay. Always typing. Dr. Darlene Hinch.
As players, you might recognize that name, but your characters
Can
don't
you
know it.
can you refresh my memory?
As players, she was the nurse in Chapter 2 who handled Celeste's case, and also was the one that appeared at the very end, taking the hard drive from the dead body of Jonas Evergreen and telling you that Ariadna Valverde thanks you for your assistance.
This bitch is in the cult.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
one?
All right.
Stella or
Yeah. Darlene for sure.
Yeah, but
For sure. But
yeah, and
characters
you also
don't know that.
remembered. Yeah, you also remember like one of the ramblings of Stella saying, "The doctor's lying. She wants to cause me harm. She talks to the flies
Yeah.
by telephone. Yes, by telephone."
Yeah. Telephone. Is the doctor in the room with us?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I like kind of. I get up out of the window. Well, I guess I was already up. I say, do you guys think that we need to look at anything in this room anymore, or do you think we could maybe leave this entire building and go somewhere else?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Camille.
Doesn't seem like she's doing a lot of talking. Sensible talking, anyway.
Yeah. We should leave.
Yep.
And Shannon doesn't even wait. Shannon just grabs her backpack and just walks out the door.
Yeah, and as you're going out, you see a kind of larger, kind of middle-aged, like African American woman with glasses. Just like kind of roaming the halls. She looks like she might be making her way to room 314.
She goes, "Oh, hey there, young things. How y'all doing tonight?" No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Do we want to interact with this lady right now?
I'm gonna say that. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Shannon doesn't want to interact with this lady. Shannon barely even notices her because Shannon just doesn't.
And similarly, she isn't
doesn't-
paying attention to you.
Shannon doesn't like being outside of her apartment, and like when we were at the mall or shopping center or whatever, that was the worst for
Yeah,
Shannon.
she's like got agoraphobia.
Yeah, for sure. And so like whenever she's in public, even if it's just like a single person passing her in the hallway, she just, if her hood is not up, her eyes are down.
I like that. That's a really nice bit of character development. I really like that.
Yeah, so she just walks straight past to the elevator or staircase or whatever we took to get up to the third floor. Elevator, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So if y'all want to interact with the lady, y'all can, but Shannon doesn't.
I guess I'm going to interact with her.
yes, I'm sure you have something exceedingly important to say, but the patients won't take care of themselves now. Well, won't take care of themselves now, will they? Good day.
Oh no, hang on a second.
I have to attend to.
Are
I have to
you-
attend to my patients.
Ma'am,
Well,
I
your-
think she was just
what are your
only asking where the
patients?
bathroom was.
It's my clients, and I just wanna know who's in charge of her care here.
That's me. I'm Dr. Hench. That's all you need to know. Like, you can find everything you need. Like the other nurses and police can help you with that. I have patients to attend to, and she kind of is.
Now, if anything about her condition should change,
You'll be the first to
can you
know.
let me know?
Yep, you'll be the first to know, of course. She's kind of.
And what was your name again?
It's Dr. Hench.
Hinge, got it. Alright, thank you.
Yeah, and she just kind of.
Wayne is actually going to ask, can you point us to the restrooms, please?
She just points in a random direction.
Did-
You're not sure if
And
it
you
even
see,
is.
Wayne is just going to wander that way. Circle back.
Make me a track roll.
Wayne's getting lost in this hospital for sure.
Nope. You get
Let's
to
go.
check off that skill, even though that was gonna be a joke.
Let's go, brother.
Wayne actually finds the bathroom.
He's like the. It's
Right.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Wayne's just like, I've been holding that in since this morning. Too many cups of coffee. So much better. And he washes his hands very thoroughly and comes out.
Yeah, you found
Excellent.
it like because like as you saw the direction, you like saw like like that meme with the like lines of code and everything appearing in front of the like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what you see, and you're like, and then you're like,
I want
aha!
to. I want to imagine
I
that.
like to think like
Go ahead,
a
Cheese.
doorway just appears in the wall somewhere. So out of
Roll.
nowhere, just the bathroom appears.
Yeah, roll me sanity.
I would-
No, I'm kidding.
I would like to. I would like to think that a video game, like
Hey,
a
look at that.
racing
Wayne
video
actually-
game,
Game P4
GPS
sanity.
arrow starts pointing down the
You know
fucking
what?
hallway.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say that like as you're
I'll-
peeing, you're using your right hand to like stabilize, and you're like, oh thank God, and it's kind of just a little relief.
like the arrow in Simpsons
Yes.
hit and run like Crazy Taxi.
Yes.
yes. There you go.
Yeah. So, anyways, what are you guys gonna do? It's now like kind of starting to get into the evening.
Yeah, we get into the car, and I start telling him about like the medical, the medical record discrepancies and stuff, according to the police report and stuff.
I'm guessing you guys have had
How-
Hold up,
the
the
law firm laptop turned off, right?
before we leave.
I haven't even opened that freaking briefcase since I closed it when we left the law
Okay,
law
just
firm.
making
I looked
sure.
at that. I looked at that laptop, and as Shannon was like, "This is the most out of date." Like she's just like she opened it, looked at it, and guffawed. She was just like, "Ugh," and then just closed the laptop or closed the briefcase. And it's been in the back of the station wagon. Like I bet you Miles put his freaking duffel bag on top of the laptop briefcase that
Okay,
I put
I
in the
like
back
that.
of Wayne's freaking station wagon day one.
I like that. Okay. Anyways, so what do you guys want to do?
While we're in the parking lot or before we leave, I wanna roll and see if we see that car again from earlier.
You don't need to roll. You don't see that car. You just see an SUV that certain characters of yours might have recognized if they were here, but they don't because they're not here.
Oh. Okay.
But those characters might, depending on what the characters from that scenario might have said to the person who you're meeting tomorrow.
Right. Which is Mr. Man from Maine.
Yep. Mr. Main
Bruno.
Man. Yep, the main man.
Bruno Wachowsky.
Yeah.
He is the main man.
The Bangor
He's-
Banger.
I feel like he's going to be very integral in helping us figure out what the fuck is going on. I also don't know if we're going to be able to prove our client's innocence.
Well,
Maybe.
you might
maybe.
find. I mean, you might be able to reduce their sentence
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah. Involuntary.
Yeah, or even just like through, insanity
Manipulation
or
or
whatever.
something, insanity. We'll figure it out when we
Yeah.
get to that. We'll
Yeah,
cross
exactly.
that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, like when they're about to make the verdict or whatever. But anyways, we can time skip to the baseball game if you guys want.
Could we call it here and pick it up at the baseball game next time?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just because I got
it is
Yeah.
getting
yeah,
a little
yeah,
late.
it's getting late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. You guys have gotten a lot of good evidence. We've gotten some good character development. You guys are really starting to kind of, what's the word?
become the characters.
Become the characters, but also like you guys
Yeah.
are starting to piece this stuff together, and you're starting to really get into the hang
yeah.
of like, being a modern scenario. Also, I will say that one of the things that you guys have started to like piece together that I was literally doing like the like yes, because I'm like, it's like because it specifically says in here like blah 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 might not seem very obvious, but if the players connect X, Y, and Z, if like they probably won't, but if they do, you have our sincere congratulations. And I'm just like, hell yeah, I win,
Hell yeah.
I win.
Doing good as a DM.
Yeah, so yeah, we can
yeah.
call it there, and we'll pick up
Real-
in 2 weeks' time.
Real quick, before we close, going back to Hortensia being a Roman orator, she was raised as a member of aristocracy, grew up in a wealthy household, and thus had access to Greek literature from a young age. Just throwing that out there. Just another little, I'm a freaking what's his face from Always Sunny in the mailroom with the
Charlie.
pegboard. I'm Charlie, exactly, with the strings. I'm smoking like 3 cigarettes at once, and I got the red strings
Okay,
going all the way across
yeah.
the room. Yeah,
All this Greek
exactly.
mythology.
All the
This
Greek
remind
mythology.
me of the scene in Black Dynamite
Oh my god!
Oh my
when it fears
God,
about
I
the anaconda
loved-
malt liquor.
I love that scene so much.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do some more deeper dives into the Corybantes and Sibeli and Amathea and Hortensia.
Yeah, you're
'Cause,
starting to get some
yeah,
of that.
it's all connected.
Some of that deep lore. Yeah.
Almathea fucking was the nurse of Zeus. The Corybantes danced around baby Zeus. Like that shit has got to be connected in some way.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sibeli is a freaking mother goddess. So yeah,
Oh man,
it's all
this
about
this
making
is-
babies.
Yep, this is getting good. And
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. If anybody wants to and like is free next week, we can do another like, test run or like, something like that. But I mean, we've already kind of test run more or less, so it's kind of up in the air.
Dude, my next weekend is I want to like get in on this 40K shit, but
Oh yeah,
my
no,
next
this
weekend
is
is so busy. Not only is it Easter, but it's also 420. But not only is it Easter and 420, but it's also fucking WrestleMania weekend. God
yeah.
damn it!
yeah. Honestly,
Why?
like we've already play tested the system, so and like my plan is
So you know it works.
yeah, and I honestly realized I do not like the Roll20 like version of it, so I want to do Foundry for that game system. I'll have to
Okay.
spare the $50, but that's luckily that's a couple months away because I'm not spending money on that until we until we finish this this campaign. But yeah, we'll reconvene in 2 weeks, and
Hell yeah.
I think we'll definitely finish up the chapter in the next session.
Yeah.
So
We kind of got a late start because we were kind of talking at the beginning. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
partially
next
because it
time
was
will be
2
better.
weeks. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be like similar of like 2 weeks, you know. But I think you guys have done a lot this episode. You've gotten a lot of stuff done. Things should start picking up pace pretty quickly.
Would you guys be willing to meet half an hour earlier
I can do
2
that.
weeks from now? So like 8 o'clock Eastern instead of 8:30.
I can do that if other folks want.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I'll send
I
them.
should be able to do it.
Okay.
Yep, I'll
That just gives us, that 30-minute buffer of being able to talk about what happened and all that extra shit that we miss in 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I'll let me
Yep.
I'll edit
Alrighty then.
now. Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Well,
All right, guys.
it's been good. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Everybody.
See you in
Yeah,
2
GG.
weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, everybody.
See you.